There are actually 10 key stages in the development journey. And whether you're engaged in doing multifamily housing, or you're doing mixed use development, or you're doing single family new construction, or even a business, you're going to go through these 10 phases. So the first stage is organizational readiness. The next stage in the process is development planning, or the planning process. The next stage is site assembly and site due diligence. The next stage is project financial feasibility. Then the development team assembly. Then your design or pre-construction, your regulatory approvals, construction, marketing and lease up, and then the ongoing operations and asset management. A big ideal is only as good as an implementable plan. And so you have to have a well thought out plan in order to execute. You know, I remember always saying, I thought of that. I could have done that. I had that ideal. But the person that actually, or the organization that actually executes the ideal is the one that actually puts together an executable plan. One of the reasons that I'm emphasizing, I said I wanted to really underscore the need for data-informed planning, is because there is a tendency to automatically to say things like, we don't have a viable community if we don't have a large grocery store and a Walmart and a hardware store, that if we don't have certain things, we don't have a viable community. The data is going to reveal that that may not necessarily be the case. That's what data helps do. Mapping, I would overlay with that, mapping and data presented to a community can help tell a very different story about a community in terms of what they might be perceiving as needs and wants. When I talk about this example of making sure that you're bringing data and information to residents during the planning phase and seeking community input, the key is that you're bringing this information to them so that collectively you're coming up with a plan. And I think the danger is sometimes when you go in the room and you're excited about a plan and you just know that everyone's going to be on board, you have to be ready to shift if that data, when you bring it to the resident, that data tells a different story, as the example that I cited earlier. And so that you work together with the residents to actually come up with how you will modify your strategy or your project. So the practitioner really has the responsibility to help take that data and help the community define what it is specifically that they actually need.